DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today's question is, not always a question, but today is the question. How do you separate the haters from the congratulators? How do you know when you're dealing with someone who actually has your best interest at heart? Because we know, listen, even someone who wants you to do great is going to criticize you sometimes. Sometimes you need the criticism, right? Sometimes you need somebody to kind of give you some straight talk and let you know what it is and tell you about yourself and let you know, like, yo, you need to step your game up. What you're doing right now is not working. What you did right there is not good enough. Sometimes you need that type of person in your orbit. But also you're going to have people who are going to be telling you negative stuff about you, criticizing you, but they're not trying to make you better. They're actually hating on you, trying to pull you down, make you worse, slow you down, pull you down with them because they're probably a loser as well. How do you separate the two, though, when they could both be telling you kind of the exact same thing? How do you know when you're dealing with a hater or you're dealing with a congratulator? I'm going to tell you exactly how today, how to separate the two and some things to look for in each one where you know you're dealing with someone who wants you to do better or someone who's trying to pull you down and make you do worse. Understand that people who have done better than you, who have achieved more than you, who you see as they're a step above you or maybe several steps above where you are in a good way, those people will always, in the end, encourage you to do better, be better, go further, go harder, achieve more. People who are better than you will always encourage you to do better and go further. Now, they may not do it in the way you want them to do it. They may not always tell you something positive that makes you feel good. Sometimes they're going to have to tell you some things that maybe make you feel pretty bad in the moment. They might tell you that what you think you did that was so great wasn't even that great, wasn't even impressive. You need to do the whole thing over again because it wasn't even good. Forget about great or impressive. They still want you to do better, though. In the long run, they are pulling for you to succeed, because this is what you got to understand about successful people. They understand that success does not exist in limited amounts. There's no limits on success. Or there's no scarcity on success. Success is not like, I don't know. I don't even know what we can compare it to. Success is not like, so many things in this world exist in abundance that success is not something that once one person gets it, you can't get it. It's not like if everybody in your family is successful, that means all the success has been taken. All the success is going to be doled out to your family's been given out and there's no more left and you're destined to be a failure. That's not the way it works. Success is something that is created. It is created out of thin air by anyone who decides to be successful. That means everybody can be successful if they want to be. First thing, they got to know what they want. Most people don't know what they want, so it's impossible for them to be successful. So this is how it works. Successful people will always want you to be successful because they understand that you being successful, it does not stop them from being successful. It does not diminish their success. All it does is create another successful individual, and they want to be around other people who are successful because that's how they got successful in the first place. They hang around other people who have the same energy. Whatever energy it is you're around, that's exactly what you'll become. You've heard that before, right? That you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You've heard that, or some form of that. When you're around people who are negative, who are failures, who don't have goals, you'll become negative, a failure, and you won't have goals. When you're around people who are successful, who have goals and are trying to get better, you will be successful, you'll have goals, and you'll always be trying to get better. And you and the people around you, the people in your circle, y'all be doing the same things for each other. Even if that means constructive criticism, even if that means I got to tell you something that you ain't really trying to hear right now, is because I'm trying to make you get better. So that's one thing you'll notice about people who are successful. Number 2. Negative people, and it's just a straight negativity. You ever had that real negative energy coming from a person and they're not trying to make you better, they're not doing it constructively, they're doing it just to try to pull you down and make you feel terrible? That kind of energy only comes from people who have not done as much as you. People who in the long run will do less than you and they want your company. Maybe they're doing better than you right now. You ever had somebody who was doing better than you, but they were always being negative and trash talking you and saying things to try to pull you down? In the long run, that person either did or they will be below you when it comes to achievement, when it comes to success. I've seen this in my life, that there are people who are better than me, let's say in basketball, better players than me at certain times, talking a whole lot of trash, trying to pull me down, make me feel bad about my own game, even though they were better than me. So I didn't really understand what do they gain from doing this. But in the long run, you see those players didn't end up better than me. They didn't end up going further than me. They didn't end up with more achievement than me. So if you ever deal with a person who is above you in achievement, but they're still talking trash to you as if they gain something from it when they don't, well, they do, because they're going to be lower than you in the long run. They can already see their future. They know they're not going to be better than you. They see that you're trying to get better, so they're trying to hold you back so they don't have to push themselves to get better to stay ahead of you. You understand? That's the work that will be required, and everybody don't want to work. People are just lazy. Human beings are lazy. We're all lazy. All right? We don't always want to do all the work. The people who can go against that nature, I'm not saying lazy like we wake up and do nothing. Our nature is to save energy. So the person who can go against that and discipline themselves to use it more often than others is going to get that achievement that other people don't get. So the negative people will always be trying to pull you down. Even if they're better than you now, they still can be negative people. They still will be losers in the long run. Number 3, what you're going to do with this situation is you need to find people. Find people who want to do more, who want to get better, who want to go further, even when you are doing well. And even when you're doing well, those people are going to push you to do more. See, right now in your life, let's say you're in a position right now where things are going pretty well. Right? You got a smooth flow going right now. Everything's working. Everything you try is producing. Every idea you have is coming to fruition. Every time you try to sell something, people are buying. Every time you want to buy something, people are selling. Everything seems to be working right now. The people in your life who are still telling you, yo, you need to step your game up. Yo, you can go further than that. Don't get complacent. Keep working. Don't start reading your press clippings. Don't let your head get too big. Those are the people you need to be around. The people who are always pushing you to maximize yourself, even when it appears everything you're doing is working and you seem to be riding just a smooth road of success. The people who still push you anyway, those are the people you want to be around, because those are the people who are trying to get better. They're not the people who say, let me get to a certain point and I'm good, I'm not going to do anything else. You don't want to be around those people, because that's complacency, and you don't want complacent. When you become complacent in life, you start going down the hill, and when you get to the bottom of that hill, you know what? I only have to tell you what happens when you get to the bottom of the hill. Don't get around people who want to slow you down or get complacent. And again, you won't always like the people who are always pushing you and saying, yo, what can you do better? How can you go further? How can you go harder? How can you improve on this even though it looks like it's doing great? Those are the people you want around you. Those are the congratulators. Those are the people getting better. Those are the people who will push you. And that's exactly what you need if you're serious about your game. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.